Hello, guys. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? You are listening to the Willie Stimmage podcast, where we get you caught up on all things high school basketball, and we're focusing just on high school hoops. Hello, guys. I'm your host, Willie Stimmage. You can find me on all social media at Willie Stimmage Media. That's on Instagram, Twitter at WStimmage Media, Facebook.com/WStimmage Media, YouTube at Willie Stimmage Media, and SoundCloud.com/Willie Stimmage. Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? I mean, this has been a long weekend for me. It's been Girls State Tournament Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the UD Arena in Dayton, Ohio. And I didn't know the time was going up, and I kind of lost track of the time, so I am late doing this, but I got plenty of sleep. It's been a long weekend with interviews, photos, videos, games, and, just a lot of running. But we're here. We ain't going nowhere. We in the building, so let's get it popping. With that being said, girls high school basketball, let's get your recap. The season is officially over. You got your 4 state tournament champions. So we're going to just kick it off. We're going to start with Division 4, which was the first game. And that was played by McDonald and Fort Loramie. And Fort Loramie won that contest 60-26. I mean, McDonald had a good showing in that first game. They played Waterford. They actually beat them 57-29 Thursday. And I thought maybe they was going to come and bring some smoke, but Fort Loramie was pretty long in length, and McDonald didn't have an answer for him, man. It's just the way it is. So with that being said, Fort Loramie is the winner, 60-26. Before I give you the stats, let me give you some history on Fort Loramie. They are Division 4, 2 state championships. They're coached by Carla Siegel. She's a legend. Carla is one of the best coaches in Ohio history, as she has created a strong winning program over the last 22 years at Fort Loramie. She broke the school record with 46 consecutive wins in a row, won 27 league and district titles. Some of the players for that team, Kinsey Holster, 5'11" senior forward. She's a very versatile player, can score the ball in multiple ways, and she showed that. She's a highly skilled player, averaging 14.2 points a game, and she makes that team go. Then you have Dana Rose. I think she was the breakout player this tournament. Dana Rose, 6'0" senior, 6'3" senior center. She's the second lead scorer on that team, averaging nearly 11.4 points a game, and leading the team in rebounds as well. Another player we were looking at is Caitlin Gasson, 5'4" senior. She averaged around 6 points per game, and she was one of the anchors of that team too. And this team, they're a very experienced team. All 5 starters are seniors. They're very well coached under Coach Siegel, good with full court pressure and forcing a lot of turnovers. And that's what happened to McDonald. This is a very scrappy bunch. They like to get after the ball. They're very, very good at finishing around the rim and on cuts. So this team was pretty good. Some of their weaknesses was reported. Will need to limit their turnovers and protect the ball more, which I think they didn't really do a bad job of, but, it is what it is. So with that being said, let's get your recap on the game here. That game was played, the final was 60-40. For the losers, McDonald, your leading scorer was Molly Howard. Molly could never get off. I mean, she got off in that first game against Waterford, but she couldn't get it. She couldn't get it going in this game. They really kind of that long length in defense kind of stopped her in what she really wanted to do. She scored a total of 10 points. She had 1 steal and 4 rebounds in that game. She was like the only spark out of 26 points. She had 10 of those. Some of the other scorers was Maddie Howard. I don't know if they're sisters, but she had 5. And Taylor Tushek had 9 points. And that was all they had for them. But Fort Loramie, their lead scorers Kinsey Holster. She led the way. She didn't lead the way. She had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and Dana Rose had 13 points, 5 boards, 3 steals. She had a block shot, and she kind of anchored that team a little bit. Some of the wins and losses here there were no lead changes, there were no ties. This team just kept the lead total. They jumped out to a good start, and they never looked back. So there was no lead changes. There was no ties. Even the points off turnovers, Fort Loramie had 25, and McDonald only had 9. And you can't win a ball game like that. Points in the paint, 34-20 Fort Loramie. Second chance points, they had 7 second chance points against their McDonald's 4. Even on the fast break points, Fort Loramie had 15 off the fast break points when McDonald only had 3. And here's the killer right here. The bench scoring, Fort Loramie 23, and McDonald's bench didn't score nothing. I mean, because the starters barely got buckets. I mean, it was just like that. I mean, that's what it was. So that final score, Division 4 champs of Fort Loramie, 60-26 over McDonald. Let's jump back into Division 3 as we go downward up. So we in Division 3, you have Berlin Highland taking on Ottawa Glandorf, and that final score was 45-25. Berlin Highland is your Division 3 state champions. But give me a recap on about Highland. Highland, this school has been in 18 total appearances in the state finals. Man, they birth and breed little young basketball players. I mean, this is a school way up in the Amish County, Coshocton, or maybe past Coshocton. I was up there a couple of days doing some Journey to the Tourney type basketball tournament, holiday tournament, and that school's way up there. But they seem to get to the state tournament almost every year. I mean, 18 total appearances, coached by Dave. I'm going to say S. I can't pronounce his last name, but this guy has been coaching this team for the last 30 years of dominance, just been winning every season, just committed to winning. 26 consecutive Inter-Valley Conference Championship. And some of his players, Zoe Miller, 6'1" senior. She's a Bowling Green commit. Kelsey Swinehart, 6'4" senior. She's a Malone commit. Kylie Horn, 5'6" senior. She's a Malone commit. Other players are Byrne Mullet, Ohio Dominican commit, 5'7", and Morgan Yoder. She was a spark plug in that game, 5'9" senior. She's going to Ashland University. So these are some of your players, and they're just going to birth more players next year. I mean, just the way they roll. Berlin Highland is a very experienced team. All 5 starters are seen to be seniors. They can score the ball well with the 3-point line and near the rim. Their size, they size allow them to move the ball around the perimeter because they're not no big team. 5'9", 5'7", 5'6", 6'1", and 6 feet. I mean, 6'1" is the tallest, but it's just really not that tall. And then they have great chemistry on the floor. These girls play together for so long. They will pressure teams to get steals and force turnovers, and just the way they are. And they coach, man. He actually loved his team, man. This is last year coach. He said he wanted to spend some time with his family. But of course, he's been coaching this team for 30 years, man. That's a long time. So. That's the history of Highland, but getting to the game, Fort 45-25 over Ottawa Glandorf. For Ottawa, man, they were led by Chloe Glenn. She only had 8 points. I mean, and none of these kids scored in double figures. Chloe had 8 points. She had 8 boards. And she had 1 block. And Erin Kaufman, she had 7 points, 6 boards. She had 1 steal, and that was all they could muster. And with Highland, you had a bunch of kids just shooting the basketball, man. They were led by Barry Mullet, and like I said, she was 3-point line. She was 4 for 8 from the 3-point line. I mean, she just could not miss. For 14 points, she had a total of 2 rebounds. She had 3 steals, and the second leading scorer on that team was Zoe Miller. Zoe had 12 points. She had 11 boards, which is pretty good. And then she had 1 steal and 1 block shot. And then you had Morgan Yoder. This was the girl that was really shooting it. Morgan had 7 points. She had 5 steals, 1 rebound. So, and then I think there was one more girl in here. I'm sorry. Kylie Horn had 4 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. And she was an anchor there. She was a presence out on the floor. She didn't really score much, but she's like the anchor to that team. So, some of the other stats here. This is one that I highlighted. Points off turnovers, Highland 23, Ottawa Glandorf 9. And that's what they really took off from there. And won the game. You know, that's kind of you can't win games. Let people score 23 points off your turnovers, and you know you don't even have an answer. With that being said, let's move on to our division. I guess it's Division 2. Yeah, Division 2. That contest featured Napoleon taking on Benton County, and Napoleon won that game 76-44. I think they set a state record for points scored in the state tournament, 76 points. That was a lot of points. And hats off to them. Hats off to them. They did what they needed to do. Napoleon, let me get some history on them. Napoleon, head coach Corey K. I can't pronounce his last name, but we're going to call him Corey K. Back-to-back NLL champions and regional champions. He has one commit here, Taylor Schrock. I met the Schrock family. I mean, I tell you, those are some beautiful people. I mean, they're great group of people. Got a chance to see Taylor in the interview session, the post-game interview, but didn't get a chance to, ask a question because there was so many reporters there. But anyway, Taylor Schrock, 5'9", senior. She's committed to Cedarville College. All-around good skill set, handles the ball well, and she can distribute the ball to teammates as well, can shoot the ball well from the mid-range and the three-point line. I noticed that the other day, man. She averaging 16.5 points a game and 4.6 rebounds a game. Kaylee Ressler, 6 foot senior. She's a good shooter. Very good passer. She broke a single season record in 2019. Basketball IQ is good, can defend as well as a result of her athleticism and long frame. She is pretty long, averaging 12.4 points a game and 5.6 rebounds a game. Other players are Emma Pendoza, 5'8", junior. She's a good shooter. Catch and shoot behind the three-point line. She's deadly from there, averaging 8.6 points a game and 3.4 rebounds a game. And Sophie Chips, 5'6", sophomore guard, averaging 6 points per game. But she really was a spark plug in that final game. Some of the keys, weaknesses, and strengths This team is well controlled, a very well controlled team with a lot of movement in their offense. They really can get the ball around the perimeter. They're not stagnant. They get the ball around the perimeter. Patient team, and they can find the open plays. They are very well disciplined. They're able to go to their bench. I mean, they're a good energy team, and they're supportive of each other. They play well together. So this team is I got a chance to see them play 3 times this year, and it lived up to the hype. It was as advertised. Some of the stats of that game, like I said, that final score was 76-44, and for Benton County, they really, I don't know, they couldn't get it going for some reason. Morgan Bentley had a game high 21 points. She was determined that she was going to carry this team on her back, but it didn't happen that way. So she had 21 points. She had 7 boards, and 6 of those boards was offensive rebounds. And she had that was her stats there. And then Cameron Zinn, fine athlete, she had 13 points. She gave it her all. I noticed she gave it all, and but it wasn't enough. But that previous game, Benton County, when they played Shaker Heights Laurel. Now Shaker Heights Laurel is a good team too, but this team beat Shaker Heights 53-51. That was a real tight game, and Cameron Zinn was the spark plug in that game. But with this game here, she scored 13 points. She had total 11 boards, and 7 of those boards was like offensive rebounds, and she had 2 steals and 1 block shot. So, and then other players, Mariah Davis with 4. And Linda Nichols had 3, and that was all she wrote for Benton County. But for the winners, Napoleon, they were led by, of course, Taylor Schrock had 23. She had 23. She had 1 assist, 7 rebounds. 6 of those was defensive rebounds. She was 3 from the 3-point line, and she was really shooting pretty good. Emma Perdoza had 6 points, 6 rebounds, and then she had 2 steals. Kylie Hegbert had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and she had 2 steals. And Kaylee Wrestler had 18 points. They were pretty balanced in scoring. 18 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block shot, and some of the keys to this game was the fast break points. The only thing jumped out at me. Fast break points. Napoleon had 35 fast break points off the turn off points from fast break. They had 35, but Benton County only had 11. The bench scoring, Napoleon had 6 off the bench, while Benton County only had 3. And points off turnovers, Napoleon 11 points off turnovers. Benton County only had 8. So there you go with Division 3. And then in the nightcap, this was the longest game. This game should have been on ESPN2 or ESPNU, because this was the best game of all the games, man. I think this game set a state record, man. I mean, this game had all the hype. It had all the smoke, man. Let's just put it like that. And we're talking about Newark and Mount Notre Dame. Mount Notre Dame won in 2 overtimes, 57. What was that final score here? 57-55. 57-55 in 2 overtimes. So a little history about the winners. Mount Notre Dame, they're no stranger to this thing they call girls basketball. Head coached by Scott Rogers, has won 4 state championships, and going on to win. They won their 5th yesterday. They currently ranked 9th in Max Prep, and Max Prep is pretty big on high school sports. So they are ranked number 4. They ranked 9th in the country by Max Prep. Some of the players, you know these guys. KK Branford, 5'11" junior guard. She's no stranger to state tournament play, explosive, and does it well. I mean, she's a very unselfish player, looks for teammates while leading the team in points, rebounds, and assists. She's nationally ranked as ESPN Women's in the top 30 in the 2022 class, averaging 21.3 points a game, 6.1 rebounds a game, 4.9 assists a game. And you know her, KK Branson, really good player. Layla Filia, 5'10" senior, is committed to Michigan. Michigan is getting a good player. Layla. Layla's efficient and poised, impacts the game on and off the court, offensive side, defensive side. She has a great motor for the game and can score the ball in a variety of ways, averaging 16.5 points a game and 3.2 rebounds a game. And Layla's smooth with that jumper, man. I mean, she can just break you down off the dribble, stop and pop, and just shoot it, man. I love her game. I love KK's game, and one thing I know about KK, she doesn't get rattled by too much. I mean, she lets the game come to her. She don't force anything. No one-on-one competition type play, and let the game flow. And then at the end of the day, she has what she needs to get. You know, her points or her rebounds or steal, and it just don't come like, you know, I'm gonna get out there and do it. No, the game comes to her. You know, she's patient, and I love that about her game. I only seen her play like 3 times, and the reason I seen her play, I seen her on Max Prep ranked the best player in Ohio, and I gotta go see this girl. She's the best player in Ohio. I never seen her play. I got to go see her play. I went to see her play. They played Centerville at Cincinnati, and I seen her play. I said, you know what, she is as advertised. So, you know, and I've been trying to follow her when she plays. You know, I just love to see her play. But with that being said, some of the keys, strengths, and weaknesses of Mount Notre Dame. They're a very strong and experienced team. Like to rotate their players. They play a zone majority of the game to keep the game under control, and that's what they did yesterday. They played, and Newark was surprised about a zone. Most teams don't play zone. They play man to man, but they was rattled by that zone. KK and Layla are the motors behind this team, and they are the ones who get it done, but everybody else follows their lead, and I seen that last night. Even the girl named Autumn, she really was a spark player. She was the glue. I mean, when unexpected baskets was coming from her, and people didn't even think they was coming from her, but it did. So with that being said, let's get on. My time is winding down. Division One, like I said, that final in 2 overtimes was Mount Notre Dame 57, Newark 55. And for Newark had a good man. Newark is a good team, man. I mean, I love Newark, man. I mean, some of the numbers. Gwen Stair had 19 points. Maddie Pasecki had 18, and Emma Shoemate had 12 points, but she also had 13 blocks, and she had 4 rebounds. Gwen Stair had 9 rebounds. Maddie had 6 rebounds. Maddie Stottsbury had 5 rebounds, and Abby DeWalker had 6 rebounds. I mean, this team is good. Even Peyton Lunsford. She had 3 points, but she also had 1 rebound, and she had a steal. And this team is pretty balanced, man. And I like Newark, but I mean, this is a real draining type game. Even KK said it in the press conference that she never been so tired. I mean, but she grinded it out, man. I mean, I know, but you know, in that second. At first overtime, I could see that like something just sparked in her that I got to take this thing in my hands, and she kind of took over. Like, And the players fed off that, man. I mean, they know. I mean, even if she got double teamed, she found the open looks. I mean, Autumn made a couple of layups. Layla got a pretty good steal there, and I mean, it was a team effort. Let's put it like that. It was a team effort. So with that being said, that was your 4 state championships for Saturday, and girls basketball is history. But got some good news for you. Boys basketball is coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week in the state boys finals. Let me give you the rundown right quick before I sign off here. In Division 4, you got Boskins versus Richmond Heights. That game is Friday, 11 a.m. And then you got Columbus Grove will take on New Boston Glenwood. That game is at 2 p.m. And the 2 winners will play Sunday at 10:45. Okay, that's Division 4. Division 3, you got Worthington Christian taking on Cincinnati Taft Friday at 5 p.m. And then you got Ottawa Glandorf taking on Cleveland Heights Lutheran East. That game is at 8 p.m. The 2 winners will play Sunday at 2 p.m. Division 2, you got Columbus DeSales is taking on Dayton Charlemagne Julian at 11 a.m. And then Lima Shawnee is taking on Akron St. Vincent St. Mary at 2 p.m. And the winners will play Sunday at 5:15 p.m. Division 1, you got Mentor taking on Centerville at 5 p.m. on Saturday. And then you got Cleveland St. Ignatius taking on Westerville Central at 8 p.m. Sunday. At 8:30 is the final game. The state finals will be Sunday at 8:30 p.m. So once again, Mentor is taking on Centerville at 5 p.m. on Saturday. And Cleveland St. Ignatius is taking on Westerville Central at Saturday at 8 p.m. And those 2 winners will play Sunday at 8:30 p.m. All righty, man, that's a lot in 27 minutes. So with that being said, guys, oh, man, I love you guys, man. I miss you guys. Just been good week of basketball. Love March Madness. I love March Madness. Basketball is never stopping because AAU starts soon the season over. So with that being said, thank you guys for listening again to this podcast. In my closing remarks, I'm going to give a shout out to the Ohio High School Athletic Association for making it all possible. Shout out to all these teams. I cover Shelby, Reynoldsburg, Whitehall, Harvest Prep, Groveport, Logan M, St. Charles, and all the rest. Thank you, the listening audience. You can contact me on my website at www.wsv4hr.com. That's Willie Stimmage Video for Hire.com. Or you can email me at info4willie@gmail.com. You can find me on all social media. So with that being said, I got 2 fingers up. You can't see it, but I do. That means peace, brother. I'm out.